Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson. I am so glad to have you here with me today. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and set any requests for your personal healing or well-being. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. And then after that, we're going to transition into a lovely Reiki session where I send that healing to you wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description below, as are all my social media and my email newsletter. So let's go ahead and say hi to everyone and start building that grid. Okay, so we're starting things off as usual with our lovely mirrored surface here. This helps to reflect any negative energy back out of our way. And this copper spiral helps to break up any stuck energy, get the optimal flow of energy going. And so let's see who all is here. I know a lot of you joined me for the 4 o'clock, and I'm so happy to have you here again. So let's see who all's here. We've got Chris, Allie. Good to see you, Allie B. Tabs, welcome back. Jenny, Patty, JS, Mary McBride, T, good to see you. Creative Diva, good to see you too. Awesome. Oh, and Patty, I just saw your post. Oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm so glad that helped. Sometimes you just gotta give in to some rest. I had to do that earlier this week. Yeah, my stomach wasn't having it earlier this week. So, all things happened in their due time. Also, for any of you that might have been waiting for me Friday and you may have seen the message go up that my cable went out. Yeah, my cable went out, and then right after that, I started feeling not so great. So, again, all things in their divine timing. So let's go ahead and start picking through some requests. Definitely don't forget to hit that like button. Look at that. I'm a real YouTuber. I remembered to mention it at the beginning of the stream. And let me just put my hair out of my way. Goodness, it's so dry in here. And so my hair is just doing all kinds of things. Okay, let's do this. As I bump into my lights. There we go. Oh, fantastic. So I'm so happy to be feeling back as myself again, that I didn't bother styling my hair after I hopped in the shower today. Let's see. Chris, I'll definitely get through your requests. Oh, Allie, definitely. So I'll include you in the sending. So even if your phone battery dies or if you fall asleep, I'll include you that the energy meet you in your sleep. It's totally okay. Rhodonite for emotional balance, healing emotional wounds, citrine, emotional control and releasing negative energy traits that others pick up on. Ooh, I didn't know that about citrine. And amethyst, kunzite, double crystal. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Thank you. So let's go ahead, because Allie's probably going to pop off. I'll get Allie's requests and Chris's, at least half of your requests for Chris, and then I'll continue folding more in as we go. And then I'll get everybody's request before we get into the Reiki. So let's do... Rhodonite, citrine, amethyst. Cool. So rhodonite, citrine, amethyst. Rhodonite, citrine, amethyst, kunzite. You definitely fit in here, Allie, because these are very common stones for us. Cool. When you say double crystal, do you mean double terminated, like 2 points, or 2 crystals growing together? And I'm thinking it's the 2 crystals growing together. Moonstone. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Who else has come in since I started? Let's see. Oh, I like those requests. Creative Diva. Absolutely. Oh, JS, thank you. This is one of those old, like, it's one of those sweaters that's like not great, not super well made, so I have to wash it by hand, but it's worth it. Yeah. Thank you. I like it too. Ooh, the Gem Den in Lancaster. Ooh, I might have to go check that out. Pennsylvania really does have some amazing crystal shops. In fact, let me pull up my teacher's amazing crystal shop, and they just moved. And let's see, they are Rainbows of Healing. They are in Wrightstown, Pennsylvania. They used to be in Langhorne, and they moved to a much bigger space, and it is beautiful. They're at the shops at Wrightstown. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah, here we go. I'm not sure if, oh yeah, it does let me put the link in there. I think it just doesn't let you all put links in there. But yeah, that's rainbowsofhealing.com. Those are my Reiki teachers. I highly recommend them. Their crystals have their collection has grown. They're beautiful. And yeah, they're absolutely lovely. Double together, please. You got it, Allie. So let's start with I'm actually feeling to use this one. So this is a beautiful double quartz, but you kind of have to look at it closely to see if I can. You can kind of see it there. That's the other crystal. There is a crystal point of a little baby crystal right there. This is not only quartz, this is also tourmalinated quartz. So when 2 crystals are growing together, it's good for people growing together. It's good for things like forgiveness, togetherness, like being at the same time. Sometimes if the 2 crystals cross in opposite directions, it's often called a timekeeper. But in this case, it also helps because it's rutilated quartz. This can help with focus, like mental focus, and also setting an intention that healing energy go exactly where it needs to go in the body. It's a stone that helps you to boost energy if you're a little bit depleted, especially if you're just getting over being sick or anything like that. So that is a double quartz, and it happens to be a beautiful rutilated quartz. So there's that. And they definitely do help for forgiveness. We also have aquamarine, which helps for forgiveness, and that's a very common stone here. Aquamarine helps for forgiveness as well as deflecting pettiness and like immature behavior. I like to call it the anti-Karen stone, but it's lovely too for bringing a may justice prevail kind of vibe, helpful for teeth and gums, and also for circulation and movement of fluids in the body. So that is aquamarine. That one's pretty evergreen in our crystal grids. Amethyst does quite a few things, and one of the reasons I often bring this in is to help folks that are especially just beginning their spiritual journey or who are engaged in recovery or self-improvement in any capacity at all. This is definitely a stone that really embodies the serenity prayer of seeing what we can change, seeing what needs to change, and seeing where we're not best to change anything, where it's really not our circus nor our monkeys, and the wisdom to know the difference. This is also a really helpful stone for taking things one step at a time in any kind of self-improvement, having some patience with yourself, and also not beating up on yourself as you step through improvements. Can really be helpful for opening up to your spiritual gifts. So there we go. Definitely great for pacing yourself. Moonstone is helpful for connection to the cycles, rhythms, and patterns of nature, including and especially the cycles of the moon. So if you do any full or new moon kinds of ceremonies, this is super to work with. Also very protective of women and travelers, as well as helping us, regardless of gender, to connect to the divine feminine. It's very protective of your energy field. It's helpful for intuition and also connecting with ancient wisdom, spirituality, and even healing routines. Also helps with attracting love. Here we go. We'll just put our aquamarine on top of our moonstone. Helps with attracting love, especially more like a soulmate relationship. So there we go with moonstone. Pink kunzite is the stone of compassion. Compassion for yourself, compassion for others, healing the heart after heartache or heartbreak, and opening the heart to love once again. It's also lovely for hormones, chemical sensitivities and allergies, neuralgia, motherhood help, as well as helping sleepless babies, which is pretty much helping motherhood help. Also great for dealing with any kind of like toxic work environments, particularly toxic bosses. And that is pink kunzite. There we go. Rhodonite is another stone that's very helpful for healing the heart and allowing the heart to open up to love once again. It's also seriously helpful for the lungs, allergies, asthma, and anything autoimmune, all of which apply to me. Helpful too for healing pain from past emotional abuse, and also with helping yourself to heal insecurities. So we will bring rhodonite in. Rhodonite is pink and black, sometimes more pink, sometimes more black, always the same crystal though. There we go. Citrine is also fantastic for financial abundance, balancing our logic with our sense of intuition, as well as nausea, healing addictions, especially addictions as well as compulsions. Lovely too for fibromyalgia pain and even making good financial decisions. So I'll bring that in. Yeah, balancing logic and intuition, that is no small thing. It can be incredibly helpful. Making really well-balanced choices. So thank you so much for being here, Allie B. Totally appreciate you being here. Awesome. And I'm definitely going to keep bringing in some more crystals as we go. Okay. And I see Christina. Good to see you. Goddess of Four. Wonderful to see you. Okay. Awesome. Okay, good stuff. So Chris had requested some rose quartz. Lovely for the heart center and emotional well-being. If you feel emotionally depleted, this can really help. It's also really helpful if you are shifting your feelings about yourself or the role you play in a relationship, or even your feelings of worthiness in regards to love. So if you're shifting into higher quality relationships, if that's something you're working on, definitely do not overlook rose quartz. And I'll put that right on top of our amethyst and in between our pink kunzite. I love those together. Awesome. Let's also grab some. We got rhodonite. Let's get some. We got rutilated. We got moonstone. Let's do some sapphire, selenite, green aventurine, leopard jasper, and emerald. So emerald is lovely for healing the skin, the tissue, and the upper respiratory system, really the whole cardiopulmonary system. But if you've been working to get over a cold, oh yes, friend, definitely this can help. Also good for bronchitis and things. Wonderful too for restoring our confidence around our appearance, particularly on those things that we're really sensitive about, and just super, super helpful with reinvigorating our passions in life. So that is emerald. Selenite helps with reflecting nothing but pure white light. It's a lovely stone of holding space for you to connect with your angels, your guides, and also to help you clear your own energy field. So that is selenite. I actually keep a nice big piece right beneath our grid every time we make a grid. Sapphire is really potent stuff for connecting with our guides, our angels, and even more importantly, if we're doing any kind of mediumship or channeling work, this can help us to hear those messages loud and clear and even find the best words to express our impressions to a querent. Helpful too for the eyes and ears, dementia, the thyroid, and speedy justice. So that is sapphire. And let's see. Just seeing where these are going to ultimately end up. Speaking from experience, if we don't start the grid in a good balanced way, it doesn't end good or balanced. Aventurine is really helpful for expanding our vision of our own potential, expands what we think we're capable of. If you struggle with I can't, or that's beyond me, this might help encourage you to try something that you would normally think is out of your reach or out of your capacity. It's wonderful for heart rhythms, allergies, eye problems, and fertility. So that is green aventurine. I was gifted so much green aventurine when I was starting my business. It was very, very helpful. Go. Leopard skin jasper is lovely for our animal companions, helping to support the healing and well-being of our animals, and also helping us to connect with our animal guardians and guides. Lovely too for anything impacting the skin, for attracting a soulmate type relationship, and for coordination and balance. And that is picture jasper. And I'm going to get through the rest of your requests as we go. Chris, I'm actually just going to add in for right now black obsidian. Black obsidian is great for really intense trauma healing, physical shock, and trauma, whether it's fresh or even feels fresh, like reactivated trauma. Very, very protective, and it's wonderful too for protection against like gossip and spite and vocal maliciousness, as well as unlocking and unblocking grief. It's helpful too for anyone making big life changes to move away from our tendencies that might keep us in abusive types of situations. It's great for moving on and seeking change after domestic violence too. So that is black obsidian. So we will work through the rest of your request, Chris, and thank you. It's so good to see you here. And Tabs, I definitely put in the request you asked for earlier, so lots of love to you. I think I can remember a couple of them. Let me know if you want me to add them in here. JS, intention, stop getting in my own way. I do the same thing. Moving past procrastination, joy and connections. Being open to new connections. Okay, cool. So let's bring in honey calcite. Zoisite. And indigo gabbro. So indigo gabbro also goes by the name mystic merlinite. This is definitely the seeing how we get in our own way kind of stone. It helps to illuminate all the ways that we are our own worst enemy. It shines a light on them, and it supports us as we start to work through them and release those patterns. It's also really helpful for women's health, whether it's menopause or menstrual pain or anything in between. Helpful for integrating your spiritual connection, and it's wonderful for intuition, dream work, meditation, and all of the above. So that is indigo gabbro or mystic merlinite. Zoisite is my favorite go-to for procrastination, and I super struggle with that. So this is zoisite. It's helpful for releasing negativity. It's lovely for seasonal affective issues and any time that you feel like you need to be connected to nature in a better way. It's helpful for fertility and for encouraging you to face your problems, your challenges, and your setbacks, and to start to see it as, rather than one big brick wall, as many little problems to solve, and helps you to kind of work through them. Also good for digestive troubles too. So that is zoisite. So let's put one there and there we go, and one there. So that's zoisite. Next is honey calcite, and that's excellent for making new connections, whether it's friends, neighbors, colleagues, anyone at all. Honey calcite really helps to attract good people into your life that are balanced with you. This also helps to balance the sacral and solar plexus chakra, sacral being relationships and solar plexus being self-identity and free will. So that is honey calcite. Also a lovely stone for postmenopausal women, of which I am one, believe it or not, and wonderful too for maintaining optimism even when things are not going so smoothly. So lots of love to you, JS. I hope everything goes well. Cool. I will totally work those in, Tabs. Awesome. And Ninja4858. Awesome. Good to see you. Lila Ray. Physical strength and health? Absolutely. I will get to that too. Awesome. Ooh, some really good requests in here. Oh, I'm loving it. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, Tabs, you put it in here already. Okay. So we've got study and research. Nausea. Nausea is actually citrine, so that's right here. And stomach pain, that's right here. Nerve and back pain. So let's get back pain, nerve pain, divination and spiritual awakening. Awesome. So for study and research, I grabbed Tiger Eye because I know you had mentioned some entrepreneurial things, and this'll, either this or lapis can be, not lapis, though that's not going to be harmful for it. This or labradorite can be helpful. I'm picking Tiger Eye because of those entrepreneurial kind of vibes. So Tiger Eye definitely helps with study and research, as well as big picture thinking, big picture planning, thinking about all of the big expansive loose ends and where things meet in the middle, all of those things that are involved in like high level management. Definitely helps with bolstering courage, with strength, with balance, and it does help protect against envy and jealousy. So that is Tiger Eye. Tiger Eye is also just very protective in general, like in a spiritual sense, and it is very, very balancing. There we go. For the back pain, Amazonite is lovely for the spine and spinal nerves. It's also very calming. It helps with winnings and luck, and it's the stone of self-care. This is the stone that helps to remind folks that are even a little resistant to taking care of themselves, that see themselves as the caregiver to everyone, to remind them to take care of themselves and help them to enjoy the process. So that is Amazonite. Next, I'll bring in Epidote because this definitely helps with the nerves. So it helps not only with the nerves and the nervous system, but also the skin. It's lovely for negative self-talk, the way, like if we talk down to ourselves, this is a lovely stone to help us notice that and shift the way that we speak to ourselves. And I noticed that you had earlier mentioned confidence, and so I thought this might be out of all the different stones that touch the nerves, this might be the better one. Also helps with the brain in general, including with Parkinson's, and also for illness and injury and recovery from that. So helps too with connection to the fairy realm. So that is Epidote. And let's see, with connection to like divination, energy, that kind of stuff, spiritual awakening. There's several of those, and I feel like Super 7 is perfect. This one helps with every conceivable way of connecting with your intuition, whether you're reading tarot, whether you're doing lucid dreaming, meditating, however you're doing it, this can support it. Super 7 also helps with working towards larger goals, bigger plans, which I think will also help your intentions. Helps to strengthen the energy field or aura, so we're less inclined to take on the energy of others. Lovely for inner peace and harmony, for connecting with unity consciousness, and for healing anything regarding karma and past lives. Even more helpful is that this is a stone that can help us connect to earth energy and doing healing for the earth and the ecology of the earth. So that is Super 7. Awesome. So thank you so much, Tabs. I hope that helps. Have an awesome weekend. Let's see. Mary McBride, focus, study, and learning. Gotcha. Focus, study, and learning. Learning, one that can really help is the green aventurine, which is already in there. I've got this for mental focus, and Tiger Eye will definitely help. But I'm also going to bring in labradorite. So labradorite, and I did see somebody had one in there. I think it was it Lila Ray? Yeah, intentions for good sleep tonight for you and the whole family, Lila Ray. This will definitely help that as well. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. So labradorite helps with sleep, and it also helps with a lot of research, study, and detailed attention to like very fine things. Also good at like finding errors, finding patterns and data. Lovely for clairvoyance, so your spiritual sight, and it does help enjoy travel. Wonderful too for workplace harmony and calming disputes. So that is labradorite. But yeah, this is lovely for research and study. right alongside Tiger Eye. So we'll bring that in. Next, we'll bring in Focus, and rutilated quartz is very helpful. But then there's another crowd favorite is Bumblebee Jasper. This can be lovely with mental focus and also physical energy, decision making, empowering manifestation, and kind of like that get to work attitude, like where you just can't wait to dive in and get things completed. It helps with positivity, motivation, confidence, and can have a real like group effect on that let's get to work kind of thing. So if you work in an office where everyone kind of sits around and goes, oh, and you end up doing more work, put a lot of this around. But definitely do be careful with Bumblebee Jasper. It has high amounts of arsenic and sulfur, so that would be helpful too. So awesome. So we got focus, study, and learning. So thank you, Mary. So good to have you here. Good to see you. T, I'm glad you're here. Abundance, employment, and luck. Focus on design work and staying on task even when it's hard. So we've got all the staying on task except for maybe, let's see. Let's bring in, especially for like design work and things like that. Let's see. Focus, I definitely say, is rutilated and Bumblebee, but polychrome jasper can also help with motivation. So polychrome jasper definitely breaks through indifference. It makes you want to get up and get into doing things. It also helps to support physical movement. So it supports the joints, it supports every kind of movement, every kind of motion, and it makes you want to get up and move. So if you've been struggling with anything around, say, I need to get up and take more walks, or trying to like actually get up and go to the gym or something along those lines, this can help in the wanting to get up and do it, and also physically making the movement easier. So that's polychrome jasper. But I think for you, the part of it that is bigger is the wanting to get into the work kind of thing. It basically takes it works with the Earth Star chakra, which is beneath the root, and that's where we enact our soul's purpose and we show up in action and make it happen. So that is polychrome jasper. And oh my goodness, Allie, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, cool. Appreciate that. I'm still working on making something come up and like do a little dance when people do that. And when they subscribe too. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. And awesome. So Mary, thank you. T, let's see what else. Employment. And luck. Employment and luck, tourmalinated quartz helps. So tourmalinated quartz is any quartz that has tourmaline running through it, in this case green, but can also be clear or anything else. Black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy, and when it goes through quartz, it helps to like break up old stuck energy. That's energy of patterns from childhood and even old traumas that feel like you have to process them all at once or nothing at all. This will help break it up into easier portions. Helpful too for the heart and the vessels and valves. Lovely for protection, especially when traveling, and especially by car. And lovely for new jobs, new gigs, new revenue streams, all of the above. Also great for fortune and luck. So that is tourmalinated quartz. So there we go. And for design work, I feel like a creativity stone is warranted, so let's bring in some azurite. This helps to awaken the spiritual self. It stokes creativity as well as intuition and insights. Lovely for indecision and for releasing worry. And it helps us to connect with our guides and gain wisdom from that exchange. It's lovely too for dissolving obstacles and energy blocks in our path, helpful for calming the mind during meditation and spiritual work, and just in general. So this may help you stay on task too. But it also helps spinal alignment, muscle spasms, and uncontrolled movements like muscle tics. So that is azurite. So all the best to you on getting all kinds of stuff done and getting all that design work done. And it's so glad to see you as always. Jenny, welcome back. Back pain, hormone balancing, female reproductive health, blue appetite, true to yourself, listening and actions, and working away from instant gratification and movement. Yeah, so movement, we've got polychrome. Long-term goals for sure. Back pain, we've got Amazonite in there, but I'm also going to bring in Herkimer. Pink tourmaline. Blue apatite. Here we go. Okay, cool. So for being true to yourself, definitely yellow calcite. Yellow calcite helps with self-confidence and optimism, but it really helps to balance and harmonize the solar plexus. That's our center of self, personal identity, and free will, all the things that are I am. This is also a place where we can release any needs for approval and help to set priorities based on what we want in life. So lovely for helping hold boundaries too. So let's do yellow calcite. Blue apatite is lovely for helping our relationship with food to become more healthy. And this is whether or not this is like weight loss intended or just health intended for any reason. It's also lovely for strengthening our energy field or aura, which is lovely for empaths. It helps us to not take on the energy of others. It's also lovely for learning about our soul's purpose and having the courage to act upon it, as well as inner harmony and balance and peace. So that is blue apatite. Pink tourmaline is lovely for everything having to do with women's health. Every GYN problem and also hormone issues are really helped by this stone. This also helps migraines and headaches as well as neuralgia. It helps with mother-baby bonding, with spinal injuries, as well as muscle weakness and breaking down a negative self-image so that we can get to know ourselves a little bit better. And I also wanted to grab, let's see. Oh, I wanted to grab howlite. That's what I was trying to grab. Howlite is great for the joints and the bones, which definitely includes the spine. So this can help with joint issues, skeletal issues, bone integrity, acute injuries, and like long-term pain, all of the above. Very helpful too with releasing frustration, resentment, and anger. Also thought to aid hair, teeth, and bones for the better. So that is howlite. And for working away from instant gratification, this is desert rose selenite, and one of the things it does really well is helping you to continue to make those consistent life choices that add up towards your ultimate goals. So that will help you with staying on course. This also helps with redefining ourselves for any reason, but especially after any kind of big loss or change. It helps with perseverance with schooling, with relieving upset stomach, acne, eczema, fighting viruses. It definitely supports animal wellness and men's health, as well as real estate and property holdings and any kind of paperwork that has to do with that. So that is Desert Rose Selenite. Here we go. So I hope that helps. Lots of love to you, Jenny. Oh, and T had a couple of requests. I missed that. Oh, good. I picked azurite correctly. Yay. Chrysocolla. Oh, and I got tourmalinated quartz right. Yes. So chrysocolla, sodalite, and carnelian. Sodalite is lovely for expression. However you express yourself, verbally, written, performance, anyway. This helps with bringing that out authentically and clearly. It's lovely for helping with writing and also for relieving menopause symptoms and coming to terms with aspects of aging. Lovely for grounding impulses, and anytime that you're feeling homesick, this can be quite a soothing stone. This is definitely a stone I recommend to folks who really fear Mercury retrogrades, because this is so good with communication. So that again is sodalite. Chrysocolla helps with encouraging you to follow your spiritual purpose and making decisions that are in alignment with your highest good. Helpful too for finding new means and mediums of creativity so that you can continue to express yourself and get to know yourself even better. So that is chrysocolla. There we go. Chrysocolla, azurite, malachite, they're all very closely related. Carnelian helps with everything romance and relationship related. It's also a great stone of creativity, really everything having to do with the sacral chakra. This has to do with, well, first of all, on the physical level, healing colds, allergies, as well as wound healing, and also helps fertility as well as sexual function. But this is a stone that can also call in love, especially like a soulmate type relationship. And it's lovely for breaking through apathy and laziness or anything like that. But lovely for creativity in a big way. So that is carnelian. We'll bring that in. Beautiful deep orange. Awesome. Thank you so much, T. Oh, Allie, I'm so glad it was helpful. Oh, Catherine, your first book is launching tomorrow. Congratulations. Let us know where we can get it. Hey, Joanna, welcome back. Okay, gotcha. You're welcome, Mary. Hey, Flower, lots of love to you. Okay, so where did I leave off? There we go. Financial abundance for Jenny. Let's do pyrite. So pyrite helps with manifesting financial abundance. It is fool's gold. It's usually found near real gold. We like to believe it pulls in the real stuff. It also helps with opening up intuition while providing protection. It's lovely for the lungs and fever and helping your body make the most of a Reiki session. There's also a lot to be said for this stone in regards to memory. It's very helpful for information recall. So for those of you who might be studying in the traditional sense, this is a very helpful stone. So that is pyrite. Oh, I'm totally going to check out the Gem Den in Lancaster. That makes me feel like it's time for a field trip. There's a train that goes out there. I don't have a car. I live in the city. So I could take a train out there, hang out, shop, meet up some friends that live out there, get a hotel, hang out a little more the next day, go home. It's like a nice 2-day trip. Awesome. So for Patty, let's grab some of your requests. We got Desert Road Selenite. We got Epidote. Let's bring in Sujolite. Red Tiger Eye. Prenite Bloodstone. Fluorite. We got a couple of we got Sapphire and Amazonite. Okay. So let's start with Peridot. This one helps with breaking bad habits and also helps with releasing things like guilt, anger, and jealousy. It's lovely for digestive upset. So, Catherine, this can be helpful for you too. Lovely too for supporting friendships and that fidelity between friends, those friendships that help you to be the best version of yourself. And yeah, just really, really lovely for breaking bad habits. Really lovely for that. So that is Peridot. Sujolite is helpful for connection to unity consciousness. That's when we are aware of the interconnectedness of everyone, everywhere, and that what we put into the universe, we put into ourselves. What we take from the universe, we take from ourselves. That we are one. So that is Sujolite. It's a great world peace type stone. Fluorite helps with being the eye of the storm, kind of the calm in the hurricane. It helps you to make personal clarity out of chaos, and it's lovely for deep relaxation. It also brings comfort to new moms and newborns. So that is Fluorite. Yeah, I love this for like just dealing with chaotic energy and just kind of like being yourself and doing what you came to do. Bloodstone, which also goes by the name heliotrope in lots of the world. It's one of my more favorite stuff hits the fan, emotionally speaking, stones. This helps with healing and supporting the heart center in those times where it feels like the rug's just been pulled out from under you. It's lovely for lifting despair and providing a lot of emotional perseverance and stamina for the long haul. Helpful too for quieting a mind that's racing, especially during any kind of spiritual work or meditation. And it's lovely for relieving self-doubt. So that is Bloodstone, which also goes by heliotrope. It's a dark, dark green with little hits of red. So it's like a rich, supportive heart center stone with all the support you need for the root to go along with that. Red Tiger Eye helps with financial abundance, especially in a hurry. And it's lovely for thwarting those who would cause you harm, whether mundane, like bullying, nastiness, causing problems for you on the real world side, or if they're doing that same on the spiritual side of things, like malevolent spiritual work. So that is Red Tiger Eye. Seriously protective energy. And I love working with it. It's just so pretty. Smoky quartz is also very protective, and it helps change energy for the better. This is a stone that's been used since at least like the Middle Ages to protect property against theft. It's helpful for hope in uncertain times, for flexibility of the body and of the mind, and helpful for chronic pain. Wonderful for breaking down energy blocks, calming worry, and just calming in general, but generally just shifting energy for the better. So, smoky quartz it is. Jade specifically nephrite jade, sacred to the Mayans and the Chinese. Jade helps with peace of body, mind, and spirit, general well-being, like all over good blessings and good tidings. Helps too with making your dreams come alive, making them actually actionable and pulling them into the reality. Helps with resourcefulness, confidence. It's a great grounder of stress, and it helps with empowerment and prioritizing yourself when needed. So that is jade. This is also a lovely stone for dream work. Like if you're working in your dreams to do any kind of like lucid dreaming or any kind of energy work in your dreams, that can help too. And prehnite is very helpful for anything intuitive. This is one, Allie B, you may like this one too. This helps with holding a space for spiritual learning and teaching, as well as to stop a wandering mind and help you to focus. It can also help to say no to any demands that are just a little bit too much or a little bit out of line or just unfair. Helpful too for lucid dreaming, prophecy, divination, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, as well as supporting the kidneys, bladder, and helping things like anemia and gout. So that is prehnite. And I'll grab one more for you, and then I'm going to kind of come back. But let's grab chevron amethyst for now, and then I'll come back for the rest. So chevron amethyst helps us to connect with our spirit guides, angels, and just spirit in general. It's especially helpful if you are manifesting. It can help boost that connection to spirit. Wonderful too for channeling, shamanic journey work, and any kind of clairvoyant work, any work with your spiritual sight. If you're doing any kind of dowsing or scrying, this can be exceptionally helpful. It's also wonderful for tolerance of others. So that is chevron amethyst. So we'll bring that here, not too far from our other amethyst. And I'll definitely come back for the rest, which are, let me just grab them now. Septarian, tree, and fuchsite. Okay. Thank you, Patty. It's good to see you. Oh, thank you, Valerie. And thank you for the reminder to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Thank you. Oh no. I'm sorry, Flower. There are some stones that are thought to help with seizures. And again, I always try to mention this in every stream, and I know you all have heard it a million times, but nothing I do here is meant to be a replacement for anything else. Everything I do is a complement to, modern medicine and everything else you might consider trying. I'm here to support you in all of the beautiful ways, but I want to make sure that you're keeping yourselves open to the myriad of ways that you can get support in your wellness that aren't from me, too. With that said, let's bring in some malachite. Malachite is thought to be really helpful for things like seizure activity, whether or not it's epilepsy related. It's also good for insomnia and sleeping better, for processing really difficult emotional pain, as well as like letting it go, leaving it be in the past. Helps with depression, anxiety, phobias and fears, especially of flying, pain, inflammation, arthritis, and connection with Archangel Raphael. So that is malachite. Let's actually put these here and here. There we go. So that's some malachite. Oh, feel better, hon. I'm so sorry. So lots and lots of love to you. Yeah, Catherine, if you want to, you can message me through my website, or Danielle at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. That's my email. Send me the link to like your book and stuff, and I'll share it on the community page for everyone. Because yay, we'll celebrate you. I always need another book to read. I can read 2 books a week if I want. I've done more, but my eyes can't take much more than that. Okay. And for Creative Diva, peace, joy, protection, loving, safe connections, clarity, moving past blockages, and wisdom in relationships. So let's do Snowflake Obsidian. Sorry if you can hear some yelling in my hallway. Let's see. That'll be helpful. Clarity. Okay, cool. So let's do red jasper. This is going to be helpful for, well, let's start first with celestite. This will help with the clarity and also with the discernment, like being able to kind of see the forest for the trees a little bit. So celestite helps with connection to our angels and our guides, as well as discerning thoughts from feelings, from our own triggers popping up, all of that kind of stuff, like where is this message coming from kind of thing. Helpful too with our relationship to pain, because it very much focuses on the upper chakras and helps us focus on the spiritual body and the interconnectedness of all things and enlightenment, and not so much on the physical body. So it may actually improve our experience of pain. For moving past blockages, I definitely wanted to bring in some shungite. This is lovely for removing blockages, as is zoisite to some extent, but shungite is really powerful for it. This also helps with releasing emotional pain as well as stress, and it helps with recovering the physical body, skin, and tissue. Lovely for just deep clearing the energy field, and also for balancing, especially if you're struggling with, like if you tend to, it's a good way to put it. If you tend to have issues with electromagnetic smog or the electronic smog of different things around you, this can be very helpful. So that is shungite. For peace, definitely wanted to bring in For inner peace, we have some snowflake obsidian. This can also help with releasing feelings like guilt and loneliness, and can help to deeply balance body, mind, and spirit. It's lovely too for calming overstimulation and for recognizing patterns that we have that aren't helpful. Lovely too for hope after loss and clairaudience, which is our spiritual hearing. So that is snowflake obsidian. For loving, safe connections, I would definitely say like honey calcite and carnelian, which are both there. And especially wisdom in relationships. One that can help bring in a lot of stability and like kind of, in addition to those two stones that are already here, the sense I got was to bring in red jasper. So this helps empowerment, standing up for yourself, and everything having to do with the root, which is boosting your sense of physical safety, fight or flight, needs, all that kind of stuff. Lovely for depression, fertility, emotional support for a long-term illness or a long recovery, but most of all, grounding and root, feeling that our basic needs are going to be met. It's also very protective psychically and spiritually, and it can also help with standing up for yourself and fighting injustice and bullying. So I think that this can help too with like feeling more stable in ourselves, can help us to feel like we can hold that space to, for hold a safe space for a relationship too. So this may help support what carnelian brings in and what honey calcite brings in. So that's red jasper. Okay. Awesome. I hope that that helps, Creative Diva. Let me know if there's anything else I can do, and all the best to you. Goddess of Four, relaxation, fast money, pain relief for joints and muscles, crystals to bring to tax accountant appointment. Gotcha. I would say one that I always think of when I think about accounting stuff, the first stone is labradorite, because that helps with processing a lot of information, and it helps with a fine attention to detail, including finding patterns and errors. That's important. So definitely labradorite for that. Carnelian can help. Red tiger eye can help. Sunstone can help sometimes. Sunstone helps with keeping at bay anyone that would exploit you around money, and that's not usually your accountant, but it could help suss out anything else that's going on. So there's that. So there you go. That's what I would bring. For muscles, I'm going to go ahead and bring in septarian. This definitely helps muscle pain and muscle spasms, as well as skin wounds and lesions, and getting those to heal properly. This also helps the solar plexus, your center of self, and with really looking within to see the ways in which we're getting in our own way, where we have to get really vulnerable in order to heal, like the deeper root causes of our issues. Helps too with understanding those underlying causes of things, and just emotional growth in general. So that is septarian. So let's go ahead and put these, let's put these here and here. Cool. So that should help there. Relaxation, let's bring in Herkimer. We've got fluorite that really helps with relaxation, but so does Herkimer. And Herkimer also provides quite a bit of balance in terms of helping us manifest, harmonizing discordant energy, balancing metabolism, opening up intuition, and boosting anything that we are manifesting. So that is Herkimer diamond. Cool. Fast money, we have red tiger eye in there. joints, we have Howlite, and we got the muscles. Yes, so we got all your requests. So all the best to you, Goddess of Four. All the best. May the tax gods be ever in your favor. Focus and memory for Christina. Also Bloodstone and Dragonstone. Yeah. Memory. Excellent stone for memory is Pyrite. That helps information recall. But we're also going to... And focus is definitely Rutilated and Bumblebee Jasper. So let's bring in Dragonstone and let's start there. So I think we've got focus, we've got memory. Let's do Dragon's Blood or Dragonstone. This is definitely known by both. And it's actually made of epidote and pymonite together. So this helps with optimism, happiness, wisdom, but most importantly, processing things like grief and loss deeply and thoroughly, but without getting lost in self-pity, or at least self-pity in an unhealthy way. Helps with having patience with yourself and learning from your mistakes, as well as having the strength and courage to change anything that needs changing. It's helpful for the nervous system, the immune system, and the thyroid. So we will bring in some Dragon's Blood. There we go. And I hope that that helps. And let me know if there's anything else I can do, Christina. Lots of love. Glad that you're here. Can we add something for physical strength and health? Physical strength. Yeah, definitely. One that's thought to help physical strength is Tiger Eye. But something that can also help with like health and physical strength, like generally. One of them is Tree Agate. Tree agate is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga. And this balances on the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. And it brings in balance regardless of what's needed to be released or brought in to like get it there. So this is great for all over physical healing. It's also lovely for calming physical and emotional nerves, for dissolving the ego, and for building inner peace. It's lovely too for noticing habits and things that we need to let go of, as well as making new connections. And the ancient Greeks used to feel that it helped to improve harvest or crop yields. So that is tree agate. Awesome. And let's see, is there anything else for physical strength? The only other one I would have thought to add is red jasper, which is here. So I hope that that helps, Mary. Lots of love. Okay, so we got Lila Ray's intention for sleeping well. We put in the labradorite for that. Pyrite, sunstone, and zebra jasper. So we got pyrite. Let's get sunstone. Zebra jasper. And then I'm going to get to Ninja 4858s too. So let's do Sunstone. Helps to expand our vision of our own potential on a really big level. So this is like when you're making big plans and brainstorming your future, the ways that we can limit ourselves, this helps kind of blow past those. It's also one that helps you to be noticed and recognized and seen, which can be really helpful if you're trying to get your name out there, if you're going on interviews, if you want your resume to be noticed and seen, or if you are promoting or marketing yourself or your business, this can help that to be noticed. It also helps with dealing with phobias, to move through those, and for protection against anyone that would manipulate you around money. But it also brings a lot of career opportunities too. So that is Sunstone. And I am actually wearing a Sunstone ring right here that my friend Janie made me. So pretty. Zebra jasper is lovely for like overwhelming stress. Like when you just feel so overwhelmed, you're like, I can't even make heads or tails of anything. This helps you to stand up for yourself in the face of that overwhelming stress and like tons of work too. It applies to that. Also helpful for bone disorders, which I definitely have, as well as breaking through apathy and feeling a little bit more motivated. Lovely for being empowering. It helps muscle spasms. It allows you to take some initiative, and it also helps with that kind of like stuck in a rut, helping you break out of that. It can also help if you feel like you need some support in going with the flow. So let's put in some zebra jasper. So there we go. Releasing what no longer serves. My favorite one for that is malachite, but that's in there. Let's see. Moving forward in a positive and peaceful way, and understanding dreams if there is one. Yeah, definitely blue kyanite can help with understanding spiritual messages. And let's see. Releasing what no longer serves. What's another one for that? Cool. So let's go with chrysoprase. Can be really helpful with kind of like releasing what no longer serves. Malachite helps by processing those emotions on a really deep level without getting stuck, so that can help you to leave things in the past. Chrysoprase helps in a different way. It helps you to kind of overcome disappointment, and it gives you a lot of sense of like picking up the pieces after any loss. So it helps you to come to terms with whatever it is that you need to leave behind in the first place. It makes it a lot easier to reframe your next steps. And where you say moving forward in a positive and peaceful way, definitely chrysoprase. This helps with completing goals and follow through. This is the ultimate burnout stone too, if you feel like I just can't keep going. Like this is the stone I give my friends when they're in grad school and they're like, why did I do this to myself? This reminds you of how far you've come, and that even though your path may not continue the way you thought, that you're taking all of the good things that you learned and that you experienced with you into your next challenges. So seeing yourself as picking up and going into something else in a more positive way. So chrysoprase for sure. And so we will bring this in. Chrysoprase is one of my more favorite stones. When I first started working with crystals again after childhood, like maybe 20 years ago, this was one that I gifted a friend, and he had a really profound experience with it. So that is chrysoprase. Yeah, it definitely helps too with taking things one step at a time. And for better understanding dreams and intuitions and scrying, tarot reading, all of it, all of the messages from spirit, blue kyanite helps with that deeper understanding. This is also a great stone of radical self-acceptance, loving yourself exactly as you are. helping with certain types of neurological care, especially if it affects speech or mobility. Lovely for making general healthy changes in life and for harmonizing things like spite and pettiness and really just low vibe, immature types of behavior. So this is another one that we could consider kind of an anti-Karen stone. So there we go. That is blue kyanite. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Ninja4858, I hope that helps. Awesome. Ooh, you got thunderstorms coming through? Okay, gotcha. Okay, if I think of anything else to help with overworked muscles. Gotcha. Overworked muscles. Yeah, let's do aventurine, or sorry, aragonite. Aragonite is thought to help speed physical healing. It also helps with balancing hormones, relieving stress that's held in the body as tension. It helps with the root chakra as well as the earth star chakra. The earth star chakra is beneath the root, and that's where we can take our highest spiritual alignment, like our soul's purpose, and make it actionable, like showing up in life, acting on that. And it helps to balance that. It's great too for calming an overactive mind. It's deeply grounding, and it helps with emotional strength and clearing all the energy fields, but definitely great for healing old wounds and definitely healing the body overall. So this will probably help too. Yeah, we should be getting snow. Here in the city, we might get as much as like 2 inches. I'm luckily gonna just be inside cuddled up with the cats tomorrow. Like very lucky for that, but I do have mobility issues. You will not catch me trying to be Miss Thing in the ice. I shattered my leg trying to get into a hammock that was at standing height. You will not catch me out there. You will not catch me out there in the ice. If it is slippery, I have socks on. I promise. Promise. Yes, I have a great hospital very close to me, but I do not want to go back there again. But that was aragonite, everyone. This is a calcite that's formed out of old mollusks. So I hope that helps, Renee. And you're welcome, Ninja4858. And, okay, let's see. Where was I? Intestinal garbage, creativity, weight loss, money manifestation, and good luck. So let's do what we can there. And I'm also going to go with, I keep forgetting, I did more research on lepidolite, and this one is also thought to help joints and weight loss. So I'm going to bring that in too. So in addition to joints and weight loss, lepidolite is actually lithium mica, and you will see a lot more of this on the market. It will be going down in price significantly. Reason being, we are mining more lithium for batteries. And so lepidolite is like a secondary ore to that. So lepidolite helps with calming, soothing, and understanding the emotions. And it also highlights things that you can release that would be helpful to release, like thought patterns and habits. Wonderful for discernment around should I stay, should I go. Helpful for anything around mental health, but especially codependency and obsessive thoughts, as well as addiction, and definitely also joints and weight loss. Lepidolite is lithium mica, lithium like the medication, yes. That means we don't take it internally. So don't put it in water and drink it. That's not a great way to do it. It has wildly different effects on different people, and sometimes it's paradoxical, meaning it might lift everyone else's mood and it might bring yours down. So yeah, it's a prescription for a reason. So that is lepidolite. There we go. So I hope that that helps. Creativity. I think we've got all our creativity stones in there. I need more creativity stones. I'll research some. Money manifestation. We've got all the good ones. Let's bring in, well, not good ones, but the most relevant ones. But I'll also bring in cinnabar. Cinnabar is mercury. Definitely very toxic. And only the little tiniest red flecks in there are actual cinnabar. The rest is quartz. And this is sold as cinnabrite because it's a lot safer. Not as much toxic stuff. But mercury has been used for thousands of years throughout human history. And it's long through that been thought to help with connection to like being a merchant stone, helping to bring customers through a business. So that is cinnabar. Awesome. And for the intestinal garbage and stuff, peridot is helpful. Let's bring in some Dalmatian jasper. Dalmatian jasper has black tourmaline running through it. And as such, black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy. This can deep clean our energy field, and it does a great job with anything digestive related. It can help clear and rebalance that. Helpful too with clearing old imprints of past interactions. So if you're looking to bring in more cooperation, if you're looking to let go of old cynicism and jadedness, this can be a really helpful stone. So if you had a bad experience with a group of people and you're trying to turn like a new leaf together, this could be a lovely stone. So that's Dalmatian jasper. So there we go, Dalmatian jasper. And I feel like we got all of that, and also anxiety. Black onyx helps to ground fear and anxiety and relieve self-doubt and help to boost self-esteem. It's also helpful for protection spiritually and psychically, great for processing grief and connection with your ancestors, and lovely for, in general, just helping you let go of the, oh, I can't, and bringing in the, oh, maybe I can. So this is lovely. But yeah, very grounding too. So let's bring this in. So that's black onyx. So all the best to you. Hooray for your book. So proud of you. There's actually another channel that I watch sometimes. Her name is Black and Orange. She does like a tarot thing. And she has another channel. If you look for creative sprints, she has like a Pomodoro that's daily. But she has self-published a couple of novels too. So she's lovely. She's a lovely person. So definitely check her out. So that is Creative Sprints and Black and Orange. Awesome. Hey, Paul. Ooh, I will look her up. I will look her up, Paul. Thank you. Help with healing from oral surgery. You got it. So let's do... I was going to go for aquamarine, but it's already here. Aquamarine definitely helps like the teeth and the mouth and everything there, as does howlite. So both of those help. Recovering from surgery and illness and things is not sugilite. Oh my goodness. Is it that late in the night already? I can't remember stuff. Not septarian. It'll come to me. This is very helpful though, as is epidote. as is epidote. It will come to me in a moment. Let me see what else I can grab that'll help with physical healing. Well, this too helps with, aragonite helps with physical healing, to boost physical healing and speed it up, but also amber. Amber's helpful for teeth and teeth pain. I hope you're not in pain, but it sounds like a lot to sit through. So amber is, in addition to helping tooth pain and teething, it also helps to attract lasting love. Oh, I forgot, this also helps creativity. So we did get another creativity stone. Helps to soften rigid beliefs and attitudes, and it's lovely for depression and seasonal affective issues. Helps too with energy blocks, releasing negativity, luck, protection, and helps with mental health factors to bring in some healing there. So I hope that that helps too. Awesome. So I hope that that brings lots of help and healing. I'm also going to bring in, I think, galena, because that can help with inflammation. Yeah, this helps with inflammation. Also helps with healing insights on the physical level. Grounding, centering, energy protection. Helps too with healing acne, boils, and cysts. With disorders of the veins. With any issues you might have with hair, healthy hair or hair growth. Wonderful too for mental and emotional transformation, luck, winnings of money, and finding a return of anything lost or stolen. So that is galena. Galena does have high concentrations of lead, so do be careful with it. So I hope that that helps, Paul, and definitely heal up quick. I did add labradorite, Patty. Goddess of 4 put labradorite in her bag. Good for you. Yeah, labradorite is right here. We create beautiful grids together under Danielle, Hattie, and Gertie's leadership. Yes, Hattie is the leader. She was voted leader, not by me. And I said, I'm not the leader because people in the healing arts world, we have a bad track record with leadership. Like, I'm here to be supportive of all of you as you lead yourselves. Okay. Awesome. Serpentine, absolutely. Serpentine helps with blood sugar issues, so whether it is diabetes or hypoglycemia, can be helpful. Also lovely for calcium and magnesium deficiency, which I did run a little deficient, got a little dehydrated earlier this week, so this is helpful for me too. It's thought to help folks with dementia as well as those who care for and about them, muscle weakness, rashes, eczema, and, curiously enough, transmeditation. All the minds are thinking alike. See, you don't need a leader. You all know. So there we go. So that is serpentine. So let's bring this in. And then let's get into the healing. Oh, wait a minute. I think there might be just a couple more crystals that are waiting. Yeah, there are. Yes, we didn't add fuchsite. So let me put that in. Fuchsite helps us to embrace fun and just enjoyment for the sake of enjoyment and for no other reason, which is highly recalibrating and renewing and restorative. It's lovely too for inner child work as well as spinal alignment, sleep disorders, and carpal tunnel syndrome. So we will bring in fuchsite. And garnet was requested by Chris. Garnet helps with organization, practicality, making the most of our resources, from our time to the stuff that we have and money that we have. And also as well, courage. This and creativity. Another creativity stone I forgot about. This one can help with finding balance and strength in difficult times as well. It is very aligned with Capricorn. It is January's birthstone. So there we go. That is garnet. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Awesome. And let me see, did Chris have any other requests that I missed? I think we got it all. Yep, we sure enough did. Awesome. So let's go ahead and do that thing that we do. I'm going to explain what Reiki is, how it works, how to make the most of your session. And while I'm doing that, you can help me lift the energy of where you're at, where I'm at, where all of us are interconnected. So where all of us are at. Really simple. Just go ahead, think of all the things you're grateful for. And when you're ready, go ahead and click that like button if you haven't already, and then head on into the chat and share anything that you're grateful for, anything at all. And while you're doing that, I'll do the explanation, and then we're going to get into the healing. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so grateful you're here with me this evening. If you're new here, welcome. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe button with your notifications on so you don't miss an opportunity. I am here 5 times a week, same 5 days, same 5 times, same darn channel. You can make this part of your regular wellness routine. The entire schedule is listed in the description below. And of course, if you want to know more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one session or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, as are all my social media and a link to my email newsletter, so you can check all that out. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become like a catch-all term for energy healing in the West. But more than anything, I work with Usui Reiki. This method is named for its founder, Mikao Usui, who created this structure in the early 1920s in Japan, during a time in Japanese history where if you were teaching anything that could even be misunderstood as part of a religion, serious consequences. So this is highly spiritual, yet completely secular. And I think that's why we love it so much in the West. When it comes to the concept of energy at the foundation of this practice, we're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, which still very much flavors that culture. There's an understanding and belief in that system that we are all interconnected, and that spirit, however you would define it in this case, provides this beautiful, soul-affirming energy that flows through everyone and everything all the time, even when we're not aware of it. And it basically supports our body, mind, and spirit to do all of the things that they already do for our daily resilience and healing and well-being. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy and direct more of it to you, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. So during the session, you may feel some physical sensations. You may have some emotions rise up or get released. Mentally, you may be able to think some things through that have been maybe troubling or heavy or just complex. On a spiritual level, you may get some nice intuition or clarity, or even just a big boost of energy. You may also have a lovely healing nap. All of those are highly encouraged. Your individual session will probably show up as exactly what you need today to help bring everything into balance. The cool thing is that with Reiki, how do you receive it? Well, all that's required is you just be open to it. And the good news is that by being here, you already are. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. I generally recommend that you find a nice comfy spot to sit or lay down. You can close your eyes, but you can also use this time to do some yoga, do some stretches, journal, make some music, write, make art. Whatever feels right to you in this time is the right way to spend this time. There's no wrong way to enjoy it. Generally speaking, like I said, you don't have to focus on anything or keep your mind silent. But if at any time you want to go a little deeper into the session, if you feel like you got distracted, just take a deep breath in and out at your own pace and you'll gently sink back into the session. I will send this energy to you for 25 minutes, during which time I'll turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently through several different colors. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I will turn the music up. If you enjoy the music, go ahead and check out the link at the bottom of the description. That is the wonderful person that makes our music for us. She is an actual musician, and I am able to purchase the music from her to play on a stream with the, copyright and everything else. Thanks in large part to the contributions of all of you that have been able to help the channel. I deeply appreciate it. And yeah, I absolutely love being able to have an actual musician's music. It's just a lovely thing, especially in the age of AI. For 25 minutes, I'll send this healing to you and it'll reach you wherever you are. And also, if you're watching this as, if it's already happened and it's pre-recorded, guess what? Reiki isn't limited to my human limitations. It's everywhere all the time. So whenever you're watching this video, the healing will be there for you. And if you're here live and you need some Reiki one day and I'm not live, check out the past healing playlist, the past healing live stream playlist. You can grab any video at random and it will be lovely and it will help you. You can even zip right ahead to the Reiki if you want to. So at the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath in and out and slowly come back to your body. And then at that time, I'll be able to answer any questions or hear your personal experiences if you feel to share it. And then we'll go on and have an amazing evening. If you fall asleep during your session, great. Enjoy. Yeah, awesome. So not much you need to do. The work's on my end and you're going to have a lovely time. My next live stream, because tonight is Friday night, is going to be Sunday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. So, and like I said, the whole schedule is listed in the description. So let's head back over to that beautiful grid that you all inspired and get into the healing. Ooh, pretty. Let me move that remote out of the way. That's how I turn the lights on and off. And, oh, that's so pretty. Y'all did well. Y'all did real well. Nice job. Let's do Shungite. This one's called Shungite. Look, my brain came back. There we go. Oh, perfect. Well done. And let's bring in some manifestation quartz. So if there's anything you're manifesting on, you're asking the universe for, consider this like the birthday candle on the grid. Everybody can put their energy into it, their requests into it, and it'll head up to the spirit realms. And we'll actually put it right here. There we go. So everybody enjoy your session. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you all in about 25 minutes. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. You can gently move your fingers and toes. Thank you so much for being here with me today, for building this beautiful grid with me. And for enjoying some Reiki. If you have any questions, any at all, go ahead and pop them into the chat. If you want to share your experience, you can do that too. And of course, if you're cozy and just ready to roll over and go to bed, it's totally fine too. It's been an honor and a privilege to have you here this evening. You're welcome, Catherine. Oh, Aqua Earth. The first couple hours, we go into all the different meanings of all the different crystals, which is pretty fun and learning inspired. Thank you, Patty. Oh, Catherine, awesome. Have a great weekend to you too. I hope you feel better. I hope everything goes well. Definitely message me about your book so that we know where to get it. Thank you, Ninja4858. Flower, you're so welcome. I hope you have a good weekend and I hope you feel better. Lots of love to you and Little Tree, okay? Thank you, T. Have a wonderful weekend as well. Oh, this was your dog's first session and now he's sleepy? Oh, Allie, thank you for sharing that. And Allie, thank you so much again, too. And anyone, if I haven't gotten back to your email or anything, I'm still getting back to like being on track again because being sick this week. So thank you for understanding. And all shipments will go out on Monday. Thank you, Tabs, and you too, and all the best to your husband on his big work that he's doing tomorrow too. I don't know, Tabs, if you were here when I mentioned it earlier, but the longest I've sat for tattooing was 7 hours, not including the couple hours that it took to put the stencils on because it was the background of a sleeve. Oh, definitely. Yeah, so I know what it's like to look at a big day of all of that. Renee, yeah, you believe you left your body or napped, but it was great. There is definitely a place that some folks call it like the Reiki place. It's that place that's like in between awake and asleep. Like when I'm getting a Reiki session, sometimes like I don't snore, but when I'm getting Reiki, sometimes I do. And when I'm in that in-between place, I can hear myself snoring. It's wild. It is a long day, Tabs, but I'm sure it was a lot on the tattooer as well. And she was a good friend of mine, so that was lovely, but it's a lot to sit through. It's a long day, but it was worth it. I prefer shorter days. My skin, my body prefers shorter days too. Oh, you're so welcome, Allie. Okay, everyone, well, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, you were there? Okay, yeah, that in-between place. Yeah, we just kind of call that the Reiki place. It's definitely a place that exists that we're in. Yeah, I get to that place too when I get acupuncture sometimes. I used to get acupuncture really regularly. Like I launched my business inside a community acupuncture clinic during like the height of the housing crisis in 2008. And so like I was work exchanging at first for free acupuncture, and then they invited me to be their office manager and couldn't afford me all the hours they needed. So we just made it work. But I used to like chronically fall asleep and snore. There'd always be people snoring in there. It's true, Tabs. Friendships do help it go smoothly. Bye, Tabs. Have a good one. But yeah, that Reiki place, that like in between place. Someone even made a painting of a bunch of people on recliners, which they use at community acupuncture, and people like asleep in the recliners and then floating off of them up into the clouds. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it feels like. Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close here with an abundance of gratitude for all of you. Thank you all so much. Seriously, it really is an honor and a privilege, especially to see you all being so kind and supportive to each other. It is just wonderful. I love being here. So thank you all again. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. Enjoy your weekend. Take care and bye for now.